Hello, highly paid coaches, Julia here. And as promised, I am going to talk to you about sales funnels and sales cycles and how you can use them to increase your high ticket sales, increase the sales of your premium packages and programs. So first up, I have notes on a bit of paper. So you will see me looking down at my notes or looking to the side. Just to be sure that I cover everything that I want to cover. Also, I have a runny nose. I think I must have picked up a little bit of a cold as I was traipsing between the UK and Trinidad, and so I have a bit of a runny nose. So forgive me, but I might be a little bit sniffly and I might even sneeze during the broadcast. And the third thing is I've got water to keep, because my throat is a bit scratchy. So, hi V, how are you? V, I have to say, like a real life friend in common, but I'll talk to you about that afterwards. Anyways, so sales funnels and sales cycles and how to use them to increase sales of your increase your high ticket sales, your premium sales. So first of all, I'm going to talk to you about the difference between a sales funnel and a sales cycle. And I know that you might think, Julia, we know that already. But I'm going to walk you through it anyway. I don't expect to be live for more than about 15 minutes. And if you have questions, post them as I talk. And I will stop ever so often and just check for questions, comments, feedback, and that kind of thing. Cool? And if you're watching this on the replay, again, feel free to type your questions, comments, and I will answer as they come in. Hi, Alan. Okay, so sales funnels. If you've been in business even for 5 minutes, you would have heard people talk about sales funnels. And sales funnels traditionally mean the process by which you get people from never having heard of you before to signing up, for our case, your high ticket offer. So when I talk about funnels, I talk about that process, whatever it takes for you to get the person from never having heard of you before to buying your premium program. Most sort of outside of the world of highly paid coaches, when people talk about sales funnels, it usually looks like a free offer where you share lots of good free content, give lots of value, invite people into your free opt-in so they join your list, or invite them into your Facebook group so they can get some more good stuff from you. Now we have Facebook Lives, so I'm sure that for you guys, Facebook Lives are playing a big part, and if it's not, then we need to talk about that. I know just the person to send you to help you with being confident to do more Facebook Lives. And going back to the sales funnel, so from the free content to your list, and on your list you nurture them usually via email or via webinars or via videos, but you take them into what is called a nurture sequence, where you share more good information and then you invite them to make a purchase of whatever your entry-level program, package, service, product is. For most people, that entry-level state is like an ebook or a very short mini course, something that everybody outside of the world of highly paid coaches will tell you needs to be less than £100 or $100, depending on what currency that you are working in. And then you nurture them from that low ticket sale, from that entry level first sale into maybe a longer digital product or a course. Basically, you're stepping them through, you're funneling them. That's why it's called a sales funnel, from never having heard of you straight to your premium. And that can take, in most circles, so I'm telling you what people outside of the world of highly paid coaches will tell you, and then we will talk about what I teach my clients, just so that we're all on the same page. Most times coaches will tell you that you need to have something at, say, 47, I'll say dollars for the sake of ease, $47 or $97, so something below 100, then something between $150 and $400, and then something between. So that's why you tend to see people having things at like 127 and 397 and 297 and all the sevens, and it gets a bit crazy. And then a mid-range program, package, or service that is somewhere along between the $300 mark and even the $1,000 mark. And then you have something else at the $1,000 to $5,000, and then you have premium. Now, I think that is a surefire way to under earn and to go broke really, really quickly. Because here's why. It takes time to set up all those pieces. And it takes time to generate enough leads at the start of your funnel that will turn into sales at the end of your funnel. Because let's be honest, you guys know that not everybody who joins your list or who joins the Facebook group or who joins whatever your first point of contact is going to buy your high ticket. Like that's the law of averages. And by following a traditional funnel, what you're really doing is playing that game of, well, if I want 5 people to buy my premium package, it means I need to get 500 people to opt in for my freebie. That takes time. Yes, you can run Facebook ads and you could have 500 people sign up for your freebie in 2 weeks of very targeted Facebook ads, but it takes a lot of effort to move 5 of those 500 people to your premium. When I teach funnels, I teach it in a different way, and that's what I'm going to talk to you a bit about today. I show my clients how to convert cold leads into premium buyers. Cold leads into premium buyers. One of my private clients, she's like, Julia, this is the shortest funnel ever. I'm like, yeah, mainly because, quite frankly, I'm impatient. And 2, because I like my clients to get results really quickly. I like for them to get their packages out in the real world quickly so they can get the feedback, so they can know if it's going to work, so that we can know when we're working together how to change it and how to adjust it so that they can sell it. So the shortest route, as I say to my clients, from your brain to money in the bank is how I want you to start thinking. For some of you, it might be sending Facebook ads to your current list. For others of you, it might be speaking. You guys know that speaking is my main form of marketing. I do, on average, 1 speaking gig a month. It kind of depends on how much space I have to take on new clients, and I adjust my speaking engagements accordingly. I'm going to talk about spacing out your clients when I get to the sales cycle part. We're still on the sales funnel part. So that's what I'm talking about when I talk about a funnel. Your funnel, there is no prescription. There is no one size fits all when it comes to a funnel. It really depends on how you have set up your business. My clients tend to go with a very short turnaround time, and they go from they go from new lead to premium sale. That is the funnel. So it's like 2 steps. Somebody sees their marketing message, they get on a call with them. The call is equal parts to decide whether that person can benefit from their services, and how I teach them to do sales calls. It genuinely is from a place of, is your service going to be a good fit for the person who's on the other end? It is not a let's close this, let's sell this. They have to buy it because they have questions to ask even before the person gets on the sales call to really qualify that lead and make sure that they can help them. And so because they've taken all of those steps before the call, and it's in a personalized way, and it shows the potential client just how supportive they're being, it makes it a really easy, clean yes or no by the time the sales call happens, which is why their funnel is that short. So that's sales funnels. So sales cycles. Now, sales cycles is how often you open up your programs. So if you've been in my group for any period of time, you can almost predict my sales cycle, because it works usually on an every 3 to 4 month period, 9 out of 10 times. I admit there are times when I get inspired to offer something, pilot something, test something, which I didn't have in my sales cycle at the start of the year. And so you will see me put an offer out into the group, or those of you who are on my list will see me put an offer out to my list, and you're kind of wondering, oh, well, I didn't know this was coming. Guess what? I didn't know it was coming either. But I like to take quick action. The same thing I encourage my clients to do. If I have an idea and I kind of test it out on paper, and then I want it out in the real world really quickly. So sales cycles is how often you open up your programs for new clients. And I want to really encourage you to start looking at your sales cycle, because you want to plan your sales funnel to match it up. They both exist together. They don't just exist sort of as, two separate entities. Both have to work together so that you have a steady stream of buyers. Once you are clear on your sales cycle, and I will share how I work mine out, and feel free to model it in your business. That's the whole point of doing the live stream today. If you feel it will work for you, try it. You've nothing to lose by trying it. So when you have your sales cycle, if you run 90-day programs, if you run year-long programs, if you run VIP days, it really depends on if you run 30-day intensive programs. So let's take a 90-day cycle. I tend to run on roughly a 90-day cycle. I'm actually transitioning to a 12-month cycle, because you guys know that I'm slowly moving away from working one-to-one to working, the only way people will be able to work with me is within my year-long mastermind. So I'm moving from a 90-day cycle with one-to-one clients into a 12-month sales cycle where people will work with me for a year within my mastermind. Cool? So sales cycles is how often you have availability for new clients. If you know that you sell mainly 90-day programs, it means you're running on a 90-day cycle. So you might see people advertising discovery calls or strategy sessions or consultations, whatever you call them in your business. It's all the same thing, for a week at a time, different times of the year. That's because that's the start of their sales cycle. So they open up for discovery calls at a certain time. They fill their client rota for the next 3 months if they're doing a 90-day program. And then they close down that intake process for, say, 60 days. And when the 60 days finishes, because remember it's a 90-day cycle, they start the cycle again, so that by the time the 90 days finishes, they have new clients waiting to join. If that didn't make sense, tell me, and I hope you didn't lose me. No, I'm still here, Sharice. I can say hi, Rebecca. Hi, Sharice, and I'm still here, and I really hope that I didn't just cut out and you guys missed that. Anyways, I'm gonna keep going. So if you can still hear me, just give me a thumbs up or say, yes, Julia, I can still hear you, because as far as I can see, I'm still broadcasting. Okay, so that's the difference between sales funnels and sales cycles, and they work together. So here is how I'm back. I disappeared. I didn't realize that. So here's how sales funnels and sales cycles work together. If you know that you work in 90-day periods, let's just use January to March, because that is easy for my brain to cope with. So if you know that you work in a 90-day program, that's your main offer, is a 90-day program. January to March is your first 90 days. Your sales cycle will then start up again in February. You will open up your funnel in February to kick off your cycle for that next 90 days. Following me? January to March is the first 90 days. Your funnel for your next 90-day cycle starts in February, so that you have a 30-day time to generate new leads and new clients for the next cycle, which will start in April. So you'll have April, May, June. As I was saying, if you guys have been in the group for any time, you will notice that I run on a roughly 90-day cycle. So the last group of people went through the Blueprint program. You've seen people talking about the Blueprint program. And guess what? The next group of people will be started the Blueprint program in a few weeks' time, because that's the cycle of that program. So just checking my notes. So to get both of them working together, you want to map them out. So if you know you like selling 90-day programs, start mapping out your 90 days. So get a big bit of paper. Don't have a bit of paper with me. So get a big bit of paper and map out your 90 days. So if it's January, if you start in January, it doesn't really matter when you start your 90-day periods for the year. If you do January to March, and then April to June, and then June to August, and then you might decide to have all of August off, and then you have September to November, that's your 90-day periods. You want to open your funnel roughly 30 days before every intake period. Because that way, you're not going to fall into a mad scramble of, oh my gosh, I have no clients. That's how you avoid that, feast or famine roller coaster that sometimes we can find ourselves on, especially when we sell services. The other advantage to doing it that way is, at any given time, you know how many new clients you can sign on. Because you've structured it so that you know how much availability that you have. So again, I always share how it works in my business so that I want you guys to know that I preach what I practice. And it's not like some abstract concept. This is how it works. Where was I? So if you, lost my train of thought then. Sales funnels, sales cycles. How many clients? Right. So I work with clients on a Wednesday. So all of my coaching calls happen on a Wednesday. I have my first coaching call starting at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday, and the last call finishes at around 5 or 6 o'clock. It kind of depends on what my husband's schedule is like. Because for me personally, I've structured my working day to end for when my husband gets home from work. I like having the evenings off to spend with my man, to be honest. So I like to finish my coaching calls by 5 o'clock. It doesn't mean that 6 o'clock sometimes. It doesn't mean that I won't go late, because obviously I have clients in different time zones, and sometimes it will mean that the call will go maybe 7 o'clock UK time, which is 1 o'clock for them, or if they're on Pacific time, an 8 hours difference, and I can't do sums in my head, you can work it out. But you know what I mean. So all of my coaching calls happen on a Wednesday. If you've ever joined any program with me, last year it was on a Tuesday. This year it's on a Wednesday. If you've been in a program with me and you have to book your calls, you know that you book them on a Wednesday. So I do back-to-back calls on a Wednesday. I can do roughly 6 clients. It kind of depends. Some people have hour-long calls. Some people have 40-minute calls. Some of my private clients might decide they want to use a 2-hour intensive. It depends on what program people are in. But most times it works out to be about 6 clients in a day. It means Tuesdays I can catch up on admin if I have to get anything prepped to send out to clients before the call on Wednesday. That's done on a Tuesday. It means that Thursdays are the days that I have for VIP days. Why am I sharing all of this? Because whenever I open my sales cycle, I know how much availability I have for clients. So when you guys see me post that there are 3 spots available, it's because I know that I have 3 hours in my coaching day on a Wednesday to book this in. It's because I know I have 3 available Thursdays to book in a VIP day. It's not for any clever marketing. It's because that is how my coaching schedule works. So I'm sharing this because I want you to go off and model it in your business. It makes it a lot easier to know how many clients you can take in when you know how your cycle runs, how your sales cycle runs. It makes it easier for you to know when to start your Facebook ads. You've seen Judith posting today about Facebook ads, how many leads you need to generate from your Facebook ads, how many calls needs to happen. And even if you're not using Facebook ads, if you're using speaking, you know how many speaking gigs you need to have while you have clients before your next sales cycle opens again, so that you know how many leads you have to follow up with and how many of those leads will turn into clients. Now, if you only have spaces for 3 clients, then you know how much lead generation you need to do. It also means that you can genuinely say, well, I only have 3 spots for clients, and the next time I'll have spaces for clients is in 3 months' time. And then you put people on a waiting list. This is not about false scarcity and pretending to be oh so busy. It is about organizing your client-facing activities so they line up with your income generating activities. That's what a sales funnel and a sales cycle is about. And when you put the two of them together, it gives you consistency in your marketing, because you can plan out your emails that need to go out. You can plan out your Facebook posts that need to go out, because you know what needs to happen when. You know how many posts need to go out for, say 8 weeks. And then you have 8 weeks of really good content. And then in weeks 9 to 12, you're inviting people to apply for calls, or you're sharing the link for your program, because you know that's how your cycle runs. It makes it a lot easier to plan your marketing. And once you can plan your marketing, it means that you'll have consistent lead generation. And once you have consistent lead generation, it means you'll have consistent high-end sales. It means people will know when they can buy your offer. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick second and look at questions. Sharice says, yeah, she coaches on Wednesday and Thursday too. Yeah, Becky, this is the whole thing. People want to seem, so busy. Oh, I'm so busy, I'm overbooked. Well, what's the point of doing that, really? Yeah, it doesn't make sense to overbook from both sides, because it means that you are frustrated and fed up. But I don't mean you, Becky. I mean the coach gets frustrated and fed up. It also means that the client doesn't get the best of you because you're tired and you're rushing. Now, even though I have back-to-back calls on a Wednesday, I've built in 15-minute intervals in between. So it means I can stop, I can get a drink, I can use the loo, the facilities and all that kind of thing. It also means if I end up in a position where I want to take on more clients, I can say, okay, fine. I can do a half day on a Tuesday instead, or I can do a Thursday morning instead. It gives flexibility, but for the most part, I don't deviate from coaching happens on a Wednesday, VIP days happen on a Thursday, and prep happens on a Tuesday. And it means I don't actually do any client-facing work on a Monday or on a Friday. So if hubby and I want to nip off someplace for a long weekend, I don't have to worry that I'm going to come back tired and have clients on a Monday. Neither do I have to worry that I have to move things around to be able to go away on a Friday. So that's why the cycle works well, and that's why the funnel works well. So when you guys see me saying the program is opening now, you understand why. I'm not pretending. It's because this is it for this quarter. My spots are full, my Wednesday is booked up, and it's not happening for the next quarter. And no need to run sales. Exactly, Becky, because quite frankly, when you organize it and you've got that steady income and it's predictable, then you avoid those moments of, oh my gosh, I need to bring in money. Now, of course, there are seasonal sales, and I'll talk about sales later on. I'm going to do a series on when's a good time to run a sale and how to run a sale so that it doesn't detract from what you're doing on a regular basis. So like my birthday is August the 11th. Hint, I'll be 40. I look good for 40. Just as a side note. So I'll be 40 this August, and I am going to have a birthday sale. My VA is already putting stuff together and already lining, I've got the offer already done. I am going to have a birthday sale. So I know, I'm just telling you guys now, I'm not selling private coaching as a birthday sale. Don't even get excited. Private coaching is never on sale. So there will be a sale because it's my birthday. It's a special occasion. And, why not? Why not do a 40th birthday sale? So there are times when sales are appropriate. And I'll even explain the mechanism behind running a sale nearer that time, just so that you guys will understand it and you can apply it to your business. Hang on, I'm just checking for questions. Nimisha says, yeah, that's the dream. 3-day week, girlfriend. It took a while and it took a bit of planning, but I got there in the end. 3-day week. And I have excellent support. Like, I could not do a 3-day week without Lindsay. You guys know Lindsay Gilchrist is my VA, and she is magical. And I couldn't do a 3-day week without good support in place. Support and structure. It works. And thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, life does begin at 40. I think 40 is the new 30. So there. Right, where am I? Effective marketing and the blueprint. So that's pretty much it in terms of sales funnels and sales cycles and how to map out your availability and how to use both of them to book more premium buyers and to come off that feast or famine up and down roller coaster. Now, I just want to say something because I'm getting the questions coming through. So I figure if I answer it for the group and I answer it on the live stream, then it means people know what's what. People have been asking about the premium package blueprint course, which is great. The course is currently, I'm just getting ready to reopen it. It reopens on the 11th of July. I will tell you now, if you click and buy it, you're not going to get anything. Some of you have been like super detectives and found the website. I don't even know where you're finding the links, but good on you. Here's the thing. The blueprint opens on the 11th of January. If you want to buy the blueprint now, you can buy the blueprint now, but you're not going to get anything. Like no email, no content, no Facebook group, no nothing, because it's literally switched off. The page is hiding. If you want to be super detective and find it and get it early, great. When the blueprint opens, I am going to pay attention to how many people I let in. I'm being really straight. I have not decided yet how many people I'm taking into this batch of the blueprints. Once I decide, I will put those numbers in the public domain. And again, I'm not pretending. This is not to get you into a buying frenzy. The reason why I'm being really straight with you guys is because the premium package blueprint it will eventually be my signature online course. And I am doing a very gentle rollout in between working with my clients one-to-one. So some of you know that I've just done the second pilot round. The sales page is just being refreshed and updated and checked for spelling mistakes and all of those things that need to happen. But it's there, it's available. The buttons are all live. The content is ready because people have just finished up and sent their testimonials. However, it does not go, the coaching element does not happen in the group until the week of the 11th of July. I almost said the 11th of January, 11th of July. That's 2 weeks from now. The investment for that program is $795. So if you want to get ready, I know sometimes you see coaches, let me just take a sip of water. Yes, Namisha, you are in very beautiful, capable hands. Sure, thank you, Sharice. I have a video coming out, guys, about Sharice and how well she did on the course. But Sharice, we're going to make them wait a little while yet. Judith is saying 40, I remember when. Judith, behave. And Namisha says, yes, the course is fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. So why I'm saying that now is because I know that there are times when coaches come out with something and you're like, oh my gosh, I just bought XYZ. If I knew that was coming, I'd have waited. So it's coming in 2 weeks' time. It's $795. At this moment, I have no intentions of doing a 2-part payment. So it's a single payment of $795 because it's only 6 weeks long. However, because there's time, if you would feel that you would benefit from paying in 2 installments, so like one now and one in 30 days time, please send me a message and I will send you a private 2-part payment link. So because I'm so organized, I don't know what whatever 795 is divided by 2. I'm not gonna put any extra on it or round it up or anything. Okay. So I'm sharing that so that those of you who are emailing me going, I want to buy the premium blueprint. People are telling me that the course is fantastic and I can't buy it. You can't buy it until the 11th of January. I promise you it's worth the wait. However, if you would like to do a 2-part payment because it's $795 and I'm not planning on doing a 2-part payment, message me privately and I will send you a private link so that you can pay in 2 installments. Okay. Thank you, Rebecca. And that's in dollars because the course is actually priced in dollars. So yes, $397.50 times 2. Thank you. See, somebody out there is looking out for me. That's it, guys. Any more questions about sales funnels or sales cycles or the Blueprint course, then message me or post them in the group and I will answer as quickly as I can. That is it for now. Go and set up your sales cycles, map out your 30-day, 90-day, however you intake clients. Decide what days of the week you're going to see clients so you actually know how many clients you can see. And then put your funnel in place so that you're generating leads as and when you need them. Take care. See you soon. Bye for now.